Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single one of you guys, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel right here, right now. Yeah, we're here, Habibis. We're here to talk about the Premier League today. Let's go. There's already 100 people locked in. You guys know how the algorithms are working nowadays, so we need you guys' help. So please slap the likes, subscribe, keep getting stuck in the chat, keep getting involved. And yeah, big up to all of you guys. And today is a special day. Liverpool beat Everton. Hold that, Everton. Hello, Serene. I'd like to let you know you are a fraud. That's it. Anyway, Liverpool beat Everton. They can't keep getting away with this. They scored the 29th minute winner. Spurs came back from 2-0 down to draw against Brighton. Good result. Good result away. And Chelsea. Up the fucking Chelsea. Day 69 of your 1,233 days of your world champions, Chelsea, lost to bloody Man United. Yep, this is true. Lost to Manchester United. Hey, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. Big up to all of you guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Love to every single one of you guys. And joining me first and foremost, the man from the country where kangaroos live, ladies and gentlemen. The man that is from where Ainge Postecoglou is, mate. So we are, mate. And this guy wears his Arsenal heart on his sleeve. How you doing, Martin?
Good, my man. How you doing?
I'm great, my brother. How are you?
Yeah, you got a lovely 3 points in the bag. You got to enjoy most of the hate watches today.
Mm-hmm.
I did. It's a good viewing. It's a good viewing.
I did. I enjoyed it, to be honest with you. I enjoyed it. It's funny sometimes. You know, the good thing about being a 12:30 kickoff, I was saying this in the watch along earlier. If you win, you just sit back and enjoy.
Everyone we had that last week. It was great.
And, yeah, it's great. But if you lose the 12:30
Chelsea, or were you going for United?
You don't watch the rest of the games. That's the difference.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Were you going for Chelsea or United?
I wanted United to win.
It's a weird feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're irrelevant now. Like, they're a nothing club, to be honest.
Well, we need to.
Let's be honest with each other. What, like, does United winning affect you in any way, shape, or form as an Arsenal fan?
It does hurt me. It does, because I've had a lot of pain from United fans. So I don't want to see them happy, but there's a means to an end. We need to keep Amram in the job for a while, and yeah, their season's not completely ruined yet, so we can generally use that. By the end of the season, I'll be happy if they get relegated.
Exactly. See, there you go. There you go. Joining me next, he won today. You get me? He won. He won. And he accepted before knowing the result to join the stream, by the way. W Cam. How you doing, Cam, mate?
What's going on, man? I expected us to get a result, so I'm not gonna lie to you. No, I did. You can ask KJ. I got screenshots. I didn't think we were gonna win, but I knew we were gonna get a result.
Like, I think everyone knew something weird was going to happen, but math, especially in those conditions.
It's just math. I wasn't even thinking conditions. It's just like when I looked at our schedule, I'm not somebody who goes back and changes what they're going to say. I was like, we're going to get 1 point between City and Chelsea. I don't know who. And then after City got smoked, lost that game or drew before us, I was like, all right, it'll be Chelsea, because there was no world. And I get it. Everybody was like, City's there for the taking. They're playing bad. I'm like, bro, we're playing them right after a bad decision. They are going to absolutely smoke us. So, yeah, man, great win. Super pumped about it. Real happy about it. Especially against Chelsea. I fucking hate the Chelsea fan base more than it's weird. I'm so conflicted because, like, I should hate Arsenal and Liverpool because I do, just based on, like, the rivalry.
Yes, club-wise.
But I actually like Arsenal and Liverpool fans that I know way more than the Chelsea fans.
Thank you.
Like, and just the general Chelsea fans online, I fucking can't stand. So, like, it's this weird thing where I hate that club so much. And
I would assume Don has a lot to do with that.
Don's not. It's Ches. Don has something to do with it, but Ches is the worst. When they're together, they're like the worst. It's like it's like a worst pairing. Jem
like
before Jem chilled out. Jem used to be like super annoying. David,
you remember Monster? pray for rivals.
Yeah, David with his fucking smirk that like you just want to hit him. Like there's like, and I love David. Like but it's just when it comes to football, they're the worst fan base. Period. Because they also talk a whole bunch of waffle and bullshit straight up. Anyway,
I agree with that completely.
Thanks for having me.
I think that's 100% fair. Anyway, this guy does not talk waffle and bullshit, and Spurs came back today, so he gets to be happy. How you doing, Jay?
I'm great, but I couldn't give a toss about Tottenham Hotspur. Do you know what I'm saying? First of all, it's nice to meet the two lads that I haven't met you before. I'm Jay. Nice to meet you. Big up the chat. Don't be stingy. Smash a like, please. Don't be a freeloader, guys. Come on, hit the likes. But I happen to hate Chelsea Football Club more than I hate Arsenal Football Club. So seeing them lose, it brings a certain joy that only losing it for the first time can bring you. Only seeing your greatest enemy step in dog shit can bring you. It just brings you a different level of joy. But it's always an honor to be here. Thank you for having me. And let's cook, man. There's some cooking that needs to be done. I've got my ingredients. I've got my chef hat. I'm ready.
Let's go. And speaking of the Mr. Cooked, you get me? He messages me as soon as Sanchez gets sent off. He's like, yeah, listen, something came up all of a sudden. I'm like, yeah, nice one. I'm going to see you at 11:30. He was trying to duck it, but he can't duck it anymore. He's making his debut on his channel in very sad circumstances for his football club. How you doing, Critic, man?
I don't know if it's a debut. Pretty sure it was on a couple weeks ago. But yeah, we're here, man. We're here. We're dealing with it. You know, I normally I'm pretty like, you know, level-headed, even keel and whatnot. But just hearing those intros just got my blood boiling, bro. Like, I'm not even really too concerned about like the result. Like, obviously, we'll get into it. We'll talk about it. The cooking, this idea that like I have anything in common with Spurs. But anyways, like nothing close. But anyways, yeah, you know, bad day out, rough conditions to find ourselves into, and you know, the beneficiaries are Amorim and Manchester United. So. Sure, we'll get into it.
I think we got the wrong Chelsea fan here. Like you're way too humble for the cooking that everyone wants.
Honestly, there is nothing that I could say that could really like. I'm not here to defend what I saw. I'm here to say that what I saw was horrible, horrific, and you know, coming off the back of the midweek and then of course the draw to Brentford and the previous weekend, you know, this is a tough week. So. You get anybody else out here, they're going to be trying to defend something that can't be defended right now. We're not playing good football, haven't been playing good football for the majority of the season. But, you know, we've been able to get some results as we're trying to find form and whatnot. But, you know, I think now what we're seeing is, you know, obviously a squad that has been rotated due to injuries and whatnot, players playing in positions they're uncomfortable in and trying to mitigate, you know, having, you know, players out injured. So, yeah, we haven't really done a good job of that, and we have to find a way to get out of this rut right now.
You know what?
Before we speak on Chelsea, though, just quickly, Critic, can you please check the private just quickly? And I do want to touch on Spurs a little bit because I feel like we never really speak about Spurs on this channel. So I want to give Spurs their shine, nice little 10-minute segment, nothing crazy. I don't want to have a deep existential conversation about Tottenham Hotspur. You get me? Just a nice little conversation and then we can fucking move on, okay? Because I'm trying to do this for 5 hours. Anyway, Jay, talk to me, brother. You come back 2-2 down. How do you feel about the game today?
Do you know what? First of all, I just want to say, I don't know what is in the air in Brighton. Maybe it's from the coast. Maybe it's something's blowing in from the sea. But every time we go up to the Amex, they give us problems. Last season, I went up to the Amex to go and watch us play, and we was 2-0 up at half-time. And by the time I got my beers, got my food, and sat back in my seat, the game was at 2-2. So when we play Brighton away, anything is liable to happen. When I saw us go 1-0 down, I wasn't shocked at all. I was just thinking, God, why? And it's the same thing that you get. It's just lapses in concentration. I don't even look towards Frank and say, you set the team up wrong. I think he set us up perfectly. I just think maybe the team, he didn't get the team selection right. I think Wilson Odobert struggled. One thing I will say is Xavi Simons and Kudus, they are our two best players. They are our two best players. Xavi Simons today was so unlucky not to get a goal because he was everywhere. He was everywhere, bro. Everywhere. And that's what's so frustrating, because we live in a time, in an era now, we all have players that play for our clubs where you could play so well, but if you don't get the GA, no one cares. So, but today I was just impressed with the resilience. I'm impressed that we didn't allow that 2-0 to. We all watched Spurs under Ange. That 2-0 could have become 5 very quick. Do you know what I'm saying? Hassan was a perfect example. When you guys came to White Hart Lane last season, how did that game end? Right? Do you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I'm seeing the changes that I needed to see and I want to see, which is we look like a stable team. We don't look like, world champions or like we're going to be challenging for a title or nothing mad like that. But we look like we're in a stable position to get back into Europe. Genuinely, we look like we're in a stable position to get back into Europe. Am I disappointed that we didn't win? Yes. But I'm also not angry that we didn't, because we didn't lose. Because let's be real, Brighton is not an easy, going away to Brighton is not an easy fixture, bro. That is not easy. It's not easy. You have teams that go there and get results, yes, but it's not. They're a good side. They're a good football inside. And while we haven't had the toughest of fixtures, I've learned a lot from the Bournemouth game. I've learned a lot from the Villarreal game in the week. I've learned a lot from the Man City game, and I've learned a lot from this game here. And it's that with the core is there, the foundation is there. We just need to build now. We just need to build. Thomas Frank, I'll keep saying it. He was Spurs' best signing this window. I'll say it again. He was the best signing this club has made, because we have a manager who can coach players. One thing I will say is Richarlison, mate. That guy he's so annoying. He's so annoying. Because last week I was cussing him out. Last week I was cussing him. I was calling him Richard, bro. I was calling him Richard. I said he's not allowed to have no Brazilian flair. He doesn't have the pool cha-cha. He doesn't have that. He's from Bolivia, bro. I'm not having it. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a fraud. He's from Suriname, G, but he's not Brazilian. And
Suriname have some footballers, man. Easy on that, man.
You know what I'm saying? Now, big up them nations there, but he just doesn't have the flair. He just doesn't have the flair that I wanted to. And then
I don't think you can be taken seriously with Richarlison as your striker. Like, I think that the only problem with Spurs is the weak links that you have. I agree with you, Kudus and Xavi. Kudus in that second half was like, he was a one-man machine, just running around people for
ridiculous.
Fun. But he doesn't have the right person to pass to. I thought Bergvall was good. Xavi is very tricky, but again, it's like the end product is going to have to be the thing which he's really going to have to lift up, because he gets into a lot of dangerous positions. I think he had like 3 huge chances in the space of like.
There was one he had to score where Bergvall laid it, he dummied it, and it was he could have taken a touch and slotted it. He tried to go for it first time and just he placed it just outside the post. But you're absolutely right. I agree, and I will next game now. I need to see something. I don't want to see an assist from a corner. I don't care about that. It's not hard to get an assist from a corner. You put it under the crossbar, someone will get their head on it. I want to see I want to see goals now. I want to see why we brought you in, why you got this hype behind you.
Yeah, he's a little bit more of a facilitator, to be honest, like more so than a finisher. But with that said, like I think that what you're going to find is that guy's very, very one-footed, very, very one-footed, cultured right foot.
Yeah,
he can do that. He can do whatever he wants with that right. Like it's cultured, but he can't use his left effectively. And when you think that he gets to the byline, he's looking to just swing it in with his left, which would be probably the more natural position to look in. He's looking to play a favela or something like that to play it in. So I would say that that's the first thing you got to notice about him. He's very one-footed, and he doesn't trust his left enough to, be an out-and-out left-sided player. He's going to have to come more central to be more effective.
He shouldn't be a left-sided player, though. It seems like they're just forcing him there. Like, he realistically played most of his games in the center of the pitch. And
well, I mean, even when he played
necessity.
with Leipzig, it's kind of like left and then come center, right? Come inside, right? Similar to what I guess Eze's provided for Arsenal now too. Same idea. Start on the left, come inside, or at least that's what it should be, I think. But yeah, it's going to be interesting how they use him.
But they've got a competent. I was going to say they've got a competent 9 who can drift out wide and call and drag the defender out there. Who can cause them type of problems. We've got Richarlison, who sometimes his position, he's like spatial awareness is all over the place. And like I said, he'll have moments, he'll cause you problems, but you need that. Dominic Solanke's not that type of striker. He just wants to hold the ball up and flick it on to someone else, right? Kolo Muani, again, he's just, I think he's so crap, bro. I don't know why we got, bro. As soon as like Solanke got injured, I knew we was going to end up with Muani. I knew it. I could smell it brewing. I could smell it brewing in that cheese factory that they have in our stadium, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's honestly a disgrace, bro. And the fact that we're having to use Xavi out on the left, because I thought there's games where he will be effective out there in them stinky low block games where he can drift in, he can become that extra midfielder. But against Brighton, they're gonna come out, they're gonna play fast. You want a naturally left-sided player, someone who's gonna hug the touchline, who's gonna get down to the byline. You've got Richarlison on. You want to be putting crosses into the box because that's his strength. But overall, man, I mean, disappointed that we didn't win. I'm just happy we didn't lose. I think we've got Doncaster in the week, so bro, if we lose to Doncaster, the crash out is gonna be
Thomas Frank's not losing to Doncaster. I think you said it perfectly. Your best signing was Thomas Frank. Yeah, but
we took Tamworth to extra time loss. Anything's possible, bro.
Yeah, but I do think what you said at the start is Thomas Frank was your best signing, and I just don't think he's going to lose that game. I think as he gets more and more time, as he starts learning the players more and more, I just think he'll set you up in a way where, like, even if it's not pretty, he's going to win that game. Like, you got to look at it, like his whole history with Brentford. He's one of those few managers who he changes how he plays game to game to game to game to game quite often.
Do you think there's a thing about that, though, like where he's a bit of a giant killer? Like with Brentford, he was always like a thorn in the side of the big teams. Like everyone hated going to Brentford. He would set up in a way which would shut other teams down, perhaps. But I think maybe he may have that same issue as soon as he is asked to be like, a creative manager going forward, breaking down low blocks and stuff. I think he might have a few struggles coming down the line this season where he's gonna have to develop that next level. I really rate him as a manager. I just don't know if he's really been tested in the fire like that.
I mean, potentially, Martin, but at the end of the day, Spurs are the smallest of the big teams. Like at the end of the day, like it's a good stepping point. Again, I'm not trying to show shade, but it's like it's a good place for him to be where he didn't jump into like I wanted him there. Like I did, I wanted him there, but he didn't jump into that sea of, as you see, like the pressure that comes.
We also finished 17th as well. It's like
good point.
What you can do is get relegated.
We feel like my point is he didn't go to a team that's gonna have the type of pressure to play pretty football and win that way. Like even with us, I get frustrated when that shit happens where I'm like, we just need to win football games. I don't give a fuck anymore. So it's like he's going to place where Tottenham, I've never heard, and I've got a lot of friends who are Tottenham fans, and I've been like, when I've been in this game, I've never really heard Tottenham style of play. We've got to play. No, you guys just want to win football matches.
I mean, Tottenham fans think of themselves as like they play like.
Yeah, you know what? It's if you go back to the days of like our dealers and Hoddle and Spurs have always been like a front foot sided foot team, but we've also just been known as a team where when it comes down to it, we can just.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that though.
And that's the thing. I love the front foot, but if you take like snapshots from certain games, you will see there's times where we've got 6-7 attackers, and this is under Frank. We've got 6-7 attackers squeezing them in their own penalty area. So I love the front footedness, but again, you need balance. There's a yin and yang to everything in life. You need balance. That's the problem. The reason why everyone hated Conte was because all he would do was just stick. He would defend a 1-0 loss. That's what he would do. He's like, okay, look, we've lost 1-0. Let's just not make it 2. We'll don't score, just don't make it 2. Do you know what I'm saying? And then we went to the extreme with Ange Postecoglou. You know, I'll play this way with 5 players if I have to. Idiot. You know what I'm saying? No, I hate that guy, man. I can't stand him. I can't stand him. That guy. I know you remember that game, yeah, where Jackson had to have 20 chances to score a fucking hat trick. You know what I mean? Those days are gone. Now we're just a balanced team. When we need to play front-footed, like against West Ham, we'll play on the front foot. And when we come up against a team like City, like a Liverpool, we'll sit back. We've seen both sides of the spectrum now. So what we've seen, and I do think we're still going to be a thorn in the arse for the top 6, bro. We're
absolutely. You know what the funny thing is about Thomas Frank too? Like people see him, you know, his time at Brentford and think that he's just like 5 at the back defensive football. But when he was at Brøndby, he was actually more on the front foot. He liked having possession. He was a possession-based manager. So what I'm starting to see right now with him is he's a little bit more, you know, he's just basically able to work with what is given to him. Like if he can't go out and like just blast teams, you know, like he was doing at Brøndby and stuff like that, and he's very comfortable with just holding shape and like you know, absorbing pressure and then looking to get on the counter. And you know, at the Spurs right now, I don't know exactly if you guys identified a style of play underneath him yet, but maybe he's still trying to find that out. But given the players that you have right now, I think that he should be looking to be more of an attack-minded manager, more so than one that's trying to like counterattack. You know, but
I can't wait for Maddison and Kulusevski to come back because
I think Kulusevski will add something to what he does.
Oh, mate,
I think that he's a little bit more balanced.
What I'm saying, bro. Think about like it gets me. I get excited when I think about, because I'm thinking the creativity now. We've gone from crying out. We've gone from Højbjerg in the midfield, bro, to now having the options of Xavi Simons, the likes of Maddison, Decky, Kulusevski, who can play in that 10 role as well. He's comfortable there, plays there for Sweden. We've got like, I feel like I've been spoiled, bro. I feel like I hit the jackpot, bro. And I feel like I'm on top of the world right now. So when we win silverware this season, when we win a nice, beautiful trophy at the end of the season, and we finish in Europe, I'll be back here. I will be back sat right here with a medal around my neck. And I'll just have to say, guys, I'm frankly insane. I'm just gonna have to tell you, bro. I'm frankly insane. He's the best, bro. Thomas the Frank engine.
Is there any level of expectation on him to get to like top 6 or something? Do you think? Or
yeah,
is it just like
100%. We need European football. We this club, like, people don't realize how bad that 17th season.
There's no way that squad should be anywhere near 17th. Like the players
because we make so much money, because the stadium makes money, and we do the concerts. And I was at Post Malone concert today, actually. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we generate so much money, people didn't realize it. Yeah, but bro, that 70, it hit the club's pockets hard. If we had finished in Europe, we probably would have spent 400-500 million this window. That's maybe a bit of a drag, but we would have spent around the same that Liverpool spent, genuinely, because we have the money to do it.
Yeah, having the money to do it and then having the players that want to go there is another thing, though. But yeah,
that's the
I
thing.
digress.
I didn't necessarily say we get those players. Yeah, I'm just saying that maybe Daniel Levy wouldn't be gone, and maybe we know what Levy's like. We spent 60 million on Richarlison, 55 million on Brennan Johnson, and 60.
Yeah, nobody wanted those guys though. You know,
and
like,
Kudus and Simmons rejected Chelsea to go to Spurs. But anyway, listen, I don't want to have a deep existential conversation about Spurs.
The real elephant in the room.
Yeah, we gave Spurs their shine, which I love. You get me, big up, congratulations, Jay, on the comeback. But let's talk about the real criminals of the day. You get me. That's what you guys are all here for. Big up to Mo for the raid, by the way. Even at this time in the night, we got 500 people locked in. So big up to all of you guys. We need you guys' help with the algorithms, like I said. So please hit the like button, subscribe, share the video everywhere as well. The more likes, the more people who watch this channel. So I appreciate you guys' help as always. Chelsea. Hello, Coach Critic. Hello, my
How you doing, brother? Everything good?
Hello, bro. Hello. It's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, we carefree over here still. You know, we're still carefree over here. Like, honestly, how can we talk about a match that was ruined in the first 5 minutes? You know, like, how could we really talk about a match that really didn't have anything in it after the 5-minute mark. But I know you guys are here for blood. I'm going to let you guys have it. Here are the things that I had problems with. Obviously, Sanchez getting sent off. Jorgensen comes in. I didn't understand, first and foremost, the substitutions. That was the one thing that kind of just left me baffled. You take off, so Maresca takes off the keeper. Normally what you do is you take off the number 10 of the striker and you just keep it moving. He takes off 2 wingers and then brings on 2 defenders. Plays 5 at the back, which is not something that we're accustomed to. We don't normally play 5 at the back. He goes 5-3-1, and we had no impetus going forward. At that point, it's 0-0. Like if you can't devise a game plan, even down a man, that has you playing football, then something's wrong there. You know, he said that our system's not set up to defend with a 4 at the back and them attacking with 5. So he had to basically match what they're doing. But I'm sorry, this is not a good enough excuse for me. That's not a good enough excuse. Like when you go down 10 men, you still should have a game plan that is designed to at least threaten teams. You know, if you're looking to hit them on the counter. Sorry?
Leon scored 2 against us with 10 men, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly.
I've seen it so many times. You know, it's not the first time. I've seen Chelsea do it against prime Barcelona. You know, I mean, it's not rocket science, man. You obviously have to be a little bit more compact and, you know, defend in numbers, but you have to also have things on the flanks that you can use to get forward. Reece James had a ton of work today. If there's anything that came out today, is I felt like Reece James is back. I feel like he can show that he can get down the pitch, overlap, whipping crosses like he was before. You know, the kitty gloves are off right now. He's back to his best form, and let's hope that he can, you know, maintain his health to see that continue on. But he looks great going forward. Obviously, he's a very good defender. We've seen him in the midfield. Wasn't very good in the midfield in the midweek, but he looked like, again, the Reece James of old. You know, with the overlapping and whatnot. But again, we just didn't have any impetus to get down the flanks and attack. So he takes off Neto, who I didn't even think should have started anyways. He takes off Esteval, and he leaves on Cole Palmer, who he then says, you know, was injured before the match. And, you know, for that reason, he left it up to him to start him, I guess. And when you're taking off players and you know that there's going to be a lot of running and work involved in a game where you lose a man, and then he ends up leaving Cole Palmer on the pitch. Like, I was just like, what is going on here? Like, what are we doing? Like, and there's no real justification after the match for what the decisions were. So I think what we're seeing right now is with Maresca, he's still trying to figure things out. Like, I didn't like our last season when we went through the Christmas period. You know, matches are coming thick and fast. Did not rotate the squad well enough. He hasn't really figured out what it means to be in, you know, multiple competitions for a club the size of Chelsea. You have to use the squad for, you know, all intents and purposes. The squad that we have right now is not the squad. It's not the preferred squad that anyone wants to see at Chelsea right now. I don't want to see Guiu coming on the pitch. I don't want to see guys like, say the kid's name, you know, Bonanote. I don't want to see these guys coming on.
But hold on. But
yeah,
I'll let you finish.
No, I don't want to see these guys coming on, but at the same time, if this is what the sporting directors have provided for you, you have to be able to utilize the squad as best you can without allowing for players like Cole Palmer to come back into the side, then go back out again injured. You know what I mean? It's a really, really frustrating position to find yourself in because you know what the squad needs. We just need health right now so we can rotate guys more effectively. But, you know, and he doesn't trust the guys that are in the reserves for him right now, clearly. But yeah, it really, you can't be, even if you don't trust them, you have to give them the opportunities to sink or swim right now, rather than continue on with this try, tested, and true, which are very much injury prone and can't really give you 90 minutes back to back to back.
Yeah. So to be fair, like, I'm not going to cook because you're Canadian. I can tell.
Full on
Canadian Toronto. I can tell.
Yeah, man.
From the sense you speak.
Yeah, man.
And like we're just
and you must be Canadian as well, because only 2 Canadians can speak this way.
That's it.
All right.
A gal transferred out, just so everybody.
Oh, I know. I used to check in. You know that the Arsenal bar up on I think it's on Young Street there.
Yeah.
He used to go there. I used to troll him hard there. But
yeah,
anyway,
he's actually been in my crib. But I digress. the reason I won't cook you, but what you said there with the
You
players,
can't cook
right?
me, man. You
No, I'm
can't
not
cook
gonna.
me.
I won't because you seem sensible.
We
so I'm
can.
saying-
What do you mean we can't? You got
No,
8
no, I'm
points
gonna
of
speak.
15.
I'm gonna speak on the Chelsea
course
fan
we
base
can.
though, who consistently, who when I say consistently, bragged about all these players they were buying, these young players who were all just not ready. Like, I'm sorry, the Gittins, the Garnett, you go down the list and you're like, hey, yo, when are you gonna buy somebody who's actually a game changer? Like, when are you gonna use this money to get somebody who actually matters? I mean that.
Y'all Pedro.
Yeah, João Pedro, cool. That was a good buy. That was one. But I'm saying you buy 7 players and you buy, like, you could have easily, like, why? Javi Simmons was begging to go to Chelsea for a minute, right?
Okay.
He was in London.
Okay, can we get into it then? Can we get into it? Like,
I'm just saying, from what I've seen with him, like, he's way better than Gittins. From just what I've seen, he's better than Gittins. He's definitely better than Garnacho. Like keep it 1,000 as somebody who was very pumped when we got 40 M's for Garnacho. And I'm sitting there being like, I don't quite understand what the fuck, like, what is the plan here with all these, like, Esteval looks great. Cool. That's good. That was a good stash and bring back. But then you have, like, the Tyreek George, the Andrew Santos, the Chuka Magua, all these dudes who I literally don't know half of their names because for me, I got in a huge argument with the Chelsea fans, the Chezes and the Davids of the world. I'm like, Chelsea don't develop players for their first team. They don't. It's pretty. No, realistically, the young players you bring in. Now, I'm not talking about the ready-made, the Enzos you bought for 100 mil, and obviously they play. I'm talking about all these players that you sent around the world, and then none of them actually play, or Gittins and all these other dudes. And I'm like, why aren't you going after the Rodrigos? Why aren't you doing, like, why aren't you buying?
Okay, let's get into it. Because you said a lot here. Chelsea only buy players, they don't buy players to develop them to bring into the first team. Partly true, partly not. I think that you have to understand that, first of all, we got one of the smallest stadiums in the league, and we have to be able to create currency for the first team somehow. So you buy all these players, you develop them wherever they are on loan, and then you sell them off. That's a way to create,
but that's not for
the squad. That's part and part for what they do. Like, it's part of that. We keep the rest, we sell the rest. Keep the best, sell the rest, right? But the other thing that we're still not quite fully understanding is the fact that Chelsea were in a position where they have to sell in order to buy. All right. And what I mean by that is because of the restrictions put on by UEFA, only players that we could buy were the ones that cost less than the players that we sold. So we sold what? 2 players. I think we sold to the Arsenal there, Madueke, and we sold what's his name there?
Kepa?
Not Kepa. No. I'm talking about the players I got. The Yao. The other Yao.
It's funny to me you don't even know the way.
Felix.
That's how
João Felix.
Felix, thank you. Yeah.
You just don't even remember them.
Hold on, there's comes and goes. Okay, so we sold those guys. We have to sell at a profit in order to bring players in. So anyone that we bring in, would have to been at a lesser value than the players that we sold for. We have to show profits in the players that we sold. Now, obviously, the Mudryk situation is another thing that we can't get into because it was just a mess altogether.
He's now an Olympic sprinter, I hear.
It's crazy.
He's completely retired from football.
We sold the 2. We didn't buy Sancho. We sold 2 left wingers. We had to bring in 2 left wingers of a lesser value. So we brought in Gittins and we brought in Garnacho. I don't love it. I really wish that we were in a position where we could have just went and bought 1 really good left winger and then just kind of like rotate the squad as best we can. But it's just not the position we're in right now. We actually needed squad depth based on the fact that we're in multiple competitions and we need to be rotating the squad. Now, have we, I don't know, like, I guess you can make the argument that we haven't really strengthened the squad. And with the purchase that we've made over the last 3 or 4 years, you would think that we would have a solidified 11. And then this summer would have been the position where we're just bringing in pieces to just kind of like, fill out the squad, whatever, Garnacho, whatever, 40 million, he comes off the bench. But we're still in a position where we still have to bring in players for the first team to at all sorts of positions. We're talking about center back. We're talking about on the left side. It's all over the pitch.
So aside from the players, fair enough. Aside from the players, because I hear so many people saying we didn't have the right players on the pitch. And I'm like, they have a zillion players. For what Maresca today got out coached, and I'm sorry, like when you say it was the first 5 minutes, the game ruined, whatever, is like we were better from the start. straight up.
Yeah,
Like,
I expected
literally
you guys to
multiple
start
plays.
well, though.
And one thing that was hilarious to me is the changes that Maresca made. Everybody's like, I don't quite understand them. It's almost as if he thinks he's in a title race already, and he was protecting goal differential, because none of the changes made sense outside of that. Because it was like, what are you doing? And the Palmer one, and I listened to you earlier, Hussam, I completely agree. Like, it was the
Makes no sense.
easiest one. You've got to take off an attacker. We all know Palmer was already not 100% fit. Like, that was out in the open. Like, he didn't even have to tell us that. We knew that coming in. I knew that. I was struggling with, do I bring in my FPL or not? Because, like, we knew he wasn't 100% fit. So you bring him out. You have a natural player who plays in his position on the pitch. You drag João Pedro down, and you see what happens from there. When you're at 0-0, to say we're just going to sit back and let this United team spam crosses for the next 45 minutes and just put us under pressure with a keeper that's not played all season was bonkers to me. I was
Do you
like,
think he just shat the bed? Like, he was just like, oh
Panicked.
my God, we've got a red card? Because there's no reason to do 2 attacking subs. Like,
panicked.
at,
It made no
at any,
sense to
at
me.
any point,
It made
right?
no
And
sense.
especially once you guys got evened up with Casemiro being sent off, now you're in a position where you should be 1-to-1 with these guys, right? So I don't know. And even then, Garnacho not starting or like seeing any minutes doesn't make any sense. Gittins not seeing any
I
minutes.
thought Garnacho was coming on like around the 60th. Once we went down,
Yeah, they warmed him up, but I think what happened was Fofana said that he needed to come off because he
Someone
was
else, yeah.
about 65 minutes, so they had to make another substitution to basically
Still,
supplement what was happening
go
on
all
the
out.
pitch.
It like you got nothing to lose at this point.
Honestly, I didn't like the other substitution I didn't like was bringing on Gusto, because at that point he could have just brought on an attacker there. You're chasing the game. You don't have to bring on Gusto there to play on the left, and he played basically left, left back. You know, and he's one-footed. He's only got his right foot, so he wasn't really going to be able to provide you with any crosses or servicing from up there. He's basically there just to shovel up and down the pitch. So I didn't like that either. And that would have been a position where maybe the game would have been a little bit too hot to ask Garnacho to come in at that point and sort of like provide what you needed in that game. But it just didn't make any sense to me that you bring on Gusto when you still have Gittins on the bench as well. So yeah, a litany of errors coming from the manager. The substitutions were horrible. And then the reactions to, like I said it before, the reaction to going down a man with the score 0-0, he just didn't leave us with enough to attack the spaces that were left.
Yeah, there's no lead to defend there. You can't just like expect to defend for 90 minutes with a draw on the table, right? So
it made no sense to me. Absolutely none. So I'm going to chalk this up to 2 mistakes. One from the keeper and one from the manager not really getting the tactics right when we went down a bit.
But if
I think
Palmer's
we're being
injured,
too
like, he
nice
said
to
it's a
Chelsea. I
long-term
think
injury,
Chelsea
right?
bottled this today. I think Chelsea absolutely bottled this today.
How can you say we bottled it though? Based on
Yes,
what,
I'll
though?
tell you why. Because I've seen clubs play with 10 men with all due respect
I've
to
seen
the
it
Man
too.
United side with Bayender, Maguire, Luke Shaw. Like, we're not talking about the Galacticos Man United from 20 years ago. This is an ass Man United side. That's just the truth.
Newcastle did it against
You know,
guys.
the most simple substitution is apparently Maresca knew before a game that Palmer has fitness issues. Okay, Mr. Maresca, great. So why don't you just sub off Palmer for Jorgensen, and now you play a 4-3-2 or a 4-4-1 or whatever it is, with João Pedro dropping into where Palmer is, because he's like a false 9 anyway. And then you'd have Estevao, and then you'd have what's his name again?
Neto.
You'd have Estevao and you'd have Pedro Neto. But instead, he does something that I've never seen in my life after a red card, which is make 3 substitutions. I have never ever seen a manager go down to 10 men and make 3 substitutions all
Never
at
seen
once.
it.
That's actually crazy.
He done it.
That's actually crazy.
He started.
I've seen my club go down to 10 men. Like, we've seen it before, but never this way. Never. Go ahead, Jay. I feel like you have something you want to say. Go ahead,
bro. I was just gonna say, that I feel like Maresca started to. I think that comment about the title race, that was a brilliant, bro. That was brilliant, bro. That was spectacular. He made that change like this was the final day of the season, bro, and the league was on the line. What is going? And do you know what? I kind of feel sorry for Palmer, bro. I feel sorry for the players like that because you hang them out to dry. got the likes of Garnacho. Why doesn't Garnacho get no minutes? What did you bring him in for? Give the guy minutes. If he's bad, we'll see. If he's still shit, we'll see, and then he doesn't have to play again. But at that point, you're down to 10 men. What do you have to lose?
Yeah, and never mind like the fact that like later on it went from 10 men to we're basically even. Like it's 10 men versus 10 men.
And then
so now
exactly.
So now you're looking now to look for an equalizer at the most, and you're bringing on Gusto, you know, or you're bringing on Tyreek George. Like Tyreek George provided absolutely nothing to the side, and you have two players that are basically out and out wingers with pace who can give you something out there. And he opts for
like the golden
George.
rule in the Prem is if a guy used to play for the team and you've got him, you start that guy. You put everyone behind that guy, because Garnacho would have been the only one out there that would have had like a serious point to prove out of the options. But I can't look at that team and not think that there's some kind of money laundering going on there, because I just don't know where it's all gone. When you look at what was out there, it's like, how is it? It seems so threadbare in so many areas. I don't know. It's not Maresca's fault, obviously, but something to do with the strategy and the fact you guys didn't have a preseason. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just saying you just can't give United, like, look, they're a crap side right now. That's the truth. That's the bitter truth of it, right? But bro, if you give them enough chances, eventually they're gonna put the ball in the net, bro. They will put the ball in.
Yeah, but you know what? You can say that. Like honestly,
I was gonna just say, yeah, I really think Maresca really underestimated this United side today, bro. Because
I think it was an overcorrection.
I think you should at least walk away. If you should walk away with a point, even down to 10 men. The quality difference is that big.
I agree.
I don't. Whoa, that's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like
ingenuous. I don't think
this is why I think it was an overcorrection.
That's because you're like a positive United fan, but that's not what was being. But he's actually saying the truth though. Pre-game,
that is crazy to say. The quality is that big of a gulf that they still should score. Like they should go. If we should walk away with a point after being down to 10 men with 5 minutes in the game, I think it's disingenuous. I do not.
No, I think we could have got the point.
Okay,
I just
so
think that he overcorrected.
Casemiro is sent off then.
Well, at that point, they should have figured they should have done better. I agree.
There you go.
I agree, but I'm saying they let all their attackers. But this is the thing: when Casemiro sent off, by that point, you've put all your attackers off. Like you don't have anybody to do anything. So you messed it up.
That's why there are Chelsea fans themselves who are calling out Maresca's cowardice.
No, I agree. But that's different though. If we're talking about with those guys on the pitch, yes, they are better, but they weren't on the pitch. So the team that was on the pitch today that Maresca put out is not a golf and talent.
But bro, I feel like that's what you.
I don't know about that.
The point I was just trying to make, is that's why I said I feel like Maresca underestimated Manchester United, because you don't, under any circumstances, take all your attacking options off, bro. That's like going into war and just taking off all your vests, putting your grenades down, putting your rifle on the floor, and just saying, "Hit me."
Yeah, but this is why I think it was an overcorrection though, because he looked at it as like, okay, we can't defend with a back four right now. We need to bring on more defenders to mitigate what they're doing in the wide areas. And I'm thinking of it like, these guys don't score goals. Like, what are we doing here? These guys don't score goals. They're going to be susceptible to a counterattack right now if they push more bodies forward. So I just think that he got the tactics wrong. Like, he didn't have to bring on two defenders to deal with a Man United side that just do not score goals. You know what I mean? I don't care how many people you put in the final third. If they don't score, what's the difference? You know, they don't score. You know, so he just got it wrong. I don't think that was like an underestimation. I think it was an overestimation as far as what they have on that side. And you know, it came back to bite us, man. Like, he took off all these guys, and then we have nothing. We have absolutely nothing left in the attack. He brings on Tyreek George. Like, he's got to hold this one, man. Like, as much as like everyone's going to be riding Sanchez.
You're calling out your manager, then you go.
No, of course. I'm not saying that like the game wasn't turned on a poor decision from the keeper. It was 5 minutes in, the game was different at that point. But the bottom line is, you know, the manager could have managed the situation a little bit more differently.
Is Sanchez being scapegoated right now? Be honest.
Be scapegoated for what? it was his red card.
For today,
I
I
mean,
mean.
stay on your line.
I mean, I don't think that he's the only. I think the mistake doesn't lead to us losing the game. Yes, he cost us a man, and it was 0-0 at that point. I've seen Chelsea win games down a man. It's not hard to do.
Yes.
Obviously, you're going to like.
Obviously,
you're going to Old Trafford. You're going to Old Trafford, and you're expecting. They're going to be in the ascendancy at that point. It's a big stadium, as much as it's not really in the theater of dreams anymore. Irrespective of that, it's still a place that you're going to as a young squad where you're thinking about what could happen. So yeah, I don't think that it was necessarily down to Sanchez. Like, he was certainly a big part of it. And I thought that, Maresca could have done more to mitigate some of the damage and, still provide us with a little bit more balance going forward. And he just...
Isn't the bigger problem? It's not... I mean, everyone knows what Sanchez is. He's a good keeper, but he may do some crazy stuff every now and again. And Chelsea knew that. And so now he's out for 3 games. You've got Jorgensen. Is that right? What's his name?
Not 3 games. It's not 3 games. It's just 1 game.
1 game. But you can't really trust him going forward. In a sense, you don't really want any of your keepers to play, right?
Sorry, isn't it 3 because it's a straight red?
No, but not for that type of love. It's not a violent contact.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's only 3 if it's violent conduct.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But now you've got Jorgensen. And if you've got keepers losing faith all over the place, it's going to be hard to get to January, and then you'll have to go and reinforce again and buy some more.
Well, I mean, the way I see it, the whole Sanchez thing, he's not good enough to win you a title. He'll probably get you, in the top 4 race, something like that. He's not going to win you a title, right? And, you're not going to bring in a
I don't
keeper.
share that same opinion about Chelsea players who cost you goals today. Who's that second goal on? Be honest, second goal. Who's to blame for the second goal?
Let me think about that. Second goal, probably Jorgensen. He should have come and claimed that.
Chalaba.
Reece James, hello.
Yeah, it's a poor clearance, but at the same time, like, the goalie had time to go and clear that. It's a poor clearance,
and Reece James plays the United player onside as well.
It's a poor. No, it wasn't him. It was Chalaba. But
Chalaba, I'm pretty sure.
But
no, it was
the
Reece
thing was,
James.
no, it was Chalaba. It was Chalaba.
I think Reece James had the poor clearance. Chalaba played Casemiro.
Exactly. And then all you need, it's inside the 6. All you need to do is get your keeper to go claim that. Jump, use your hands and claim that ball, or punch it away.
What's going on with Kai Cenat though in that midfield though? What's going on with Caicedo, bro? He's looked.
I don't. Do you think he looks shocking?
No. Shocking is the wrong word. I think that's the wrong word. I'm gonna rewind. I don't think he's looked shocking. I think he looked shocked. If that makes sense, he looks, bro. I feel like he just looks tired. Maybe
there you go. There you go.
That's probably the right tired excuse in September. Fuck, man.
Well, I mean, he plays a lot of football.
League, bro.
The man went to Ecuador or whatever. Came back. He's just playing a lot of football right now. He looks jaded more so than tired, if that's the right word. Looks jaded. He needs a spell. He needs a spell just to get him back to his
tired. We had Casemiro in there who's like.
He looked tired too. He looked tired too.
Every time
he looked mad tired.
I'm not hearing Caicedo's tired, but I've got Casemiro out there who's got 1 leg left. It's like, what? I can't hear tired. No. We can't.
Do you think the Club World Cup's going to come back and bite you guys?
You know when I'm trying to take the piss, and when I'm being like objective.
I can't let you, man. I can't let you.
You're actually making me take the piss instead of being objective. There is no way you just said tired. It's fucking 21st September, Critic, bro.
It doesn't matter, man.
February, March, April.
It doesn't
May,
matter when
like,
you're running hard yards like that. You don't have a preseason. Yes, it takes its toll. We have no preseason. He wasn't able to work on his fitness to get.
Okay, the reason Sanchez made that mistake is because he's tired. He's played a lot.
No, the reason why Sanchez made that mistake is because he's a bozo. That's
okay. So it's different rules to different players, basically.
Well, yeah, I trust that. I don't see Caicedo make mistakes like that often. Not that he even made a mistake today, to be honest, but he just wasn't really at it. He wasn't really at it. But
can we talk about that offside for a second? I don't understand how it went through Bruno Fernandez's like upper arm sleeve area, and it was still onside. Like, I thought the edge of the sleeve was like what we had decided was the offside line, and then
the foot was still past that point.
No, well, the line where the foot was kind of intersected with kind of on like a 45 degree on his sleeve or something, but it kind of, when you freeze frame it, half of his sleeves like in the offside position. So I didn't understand how they're going to calculate this from now.
I think the problem with the lines being drawn is it's just inaccurate. Like I think like when we see it, like when you try to go up from like a foot, like it just doesn't, because truly
they're doing that semi-auto wall thing, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. And I think the semi-auto automation thing just said like his foot was actually like truthfully, like Bruno, the one thing I will give Bruno typically doesn't run off. Like he times his runs perfectly. That's why he scores so many position, and why so many United fans are like, why the fuck are we playing him in the 8?
Yeah, but don't you guys feel like you're trapped with him? Like you leave him out for a while, you bring him back, he scores a goal, you go on the cycle.
Bro, for me with Bruno, I said it today. I was like, it's almost as if, like, and I love Bruno, by the way. Everybody know I love Bruno. For me, is like I'll never talk shit about Bruno. We basically have to sell him, so we force coaches to coach, because at the end of the day, every coach keeps him in there because they know no matter what, at some point, this man is going to bail me out. Like every coach knows it. Wherever I put him, 8, 10, false 9, Bruno's going to do something that saves the day for United. So we need to sell him just so that the coaches don't have that crutch anymore. You got to
break the cycle, man. You got to break
the cycle, because I love Bruno, but it gets to a point now where if he's keeping our best young talent out, and listen, I'm not Player FC, but if they're not even going to like give Manu run because you're like, well, Bruno's better, and I'm going to say this with chest, Bruno is a better footballer than Manu is right now. That's just facts. It is what it is. He's never going to get a chance to show he's better than him as long as Bruno's there, because Bruno will be better. And that's a hard conversation for people to have. And I don't agree with that being the right way to build at the moment, because we've seen where Bruno can take us, and it's only so far, especially in this type of system. If you change the system up and you said, cool, we're going to put 2 6s behind Bruno, go buck wild. Like imagine like a Wharton and Baliba, and you let Bruno just do Bruno things. That would be phenomenal. But we're not going to play like that with Amorim. So you're right. We're at a point where you got to break the cycle. And he's like, him, Maguire, Shaw are the last pieces.
I was sure playing.
Hold on. Here's the thing, though. And again, I'm not really in a position I can speak, just because after what I saw today from Chelsea, it's hard for me to gather the courage to say what I'm about to say right now. But
say it.
Like, what is it about like Amorim's system? Like, what players does it liberate? Like, what's in his system? Who is liberated in that system? Like, it doesn't seem like that system benefits anybody in the side. So I just don't understand it.
It's kind of fucked up, because it is supposed to, in a perfect world, when you have a Quenda, who is a winger who has no problem playing a really
he plays for Chelsea.
Yeah, I know he doesn't play for Chelsea. He will maybe one day, maybe in the future, in 10 years, play for Chelsea. He's knows?
A Chelsea player.
But when you had that player who had a really nice cross on him, who could get up and down the pitch, who could defend what he's trying to do with Ahmad, who doesn't have the defensive abilities or the athleticism to really do that, that's the players it's supposed to liberate. Is those wing backs are supposed to just be marauding, bombing in crosses. We've got Dorgu who can't get the cross past the first man right now. So it looks like shit. Like, but if you look at our system, we spam crosses in because we're just trying to get the ball into the box and let our 10s do something with it when it comes in. It's not a great system with the personnel he has. And my issue with Amorim right now, and I'm not Amorim out or anything, I just want to win football games. That's who I am. If he keeps losing, he needs to go. But for me, the system doesn't work when you don't have the exact players you need. It's kind of like Eric Ten Hag's system not working without Frankie de Jong. Like if you're a manager and you can't figure out how to play football with specific players, there's a problem. Like you look at Conte, he's got a system that works where he could just figure it out. He's like, all right, bet I'll put you in this position and I'll make you play well just based on like I know where to put you to make my system work. Amorim is like, you have to be the player I need or my system doesn't work. Which is
and nobody wants to buy. Nobody wants to buy for a system. Like any team that's strapped for cash. Any team that's strapped for cash is not going to be buying to fit a particular system that is kind of like a rogue sort of like nobody plays that way anyways.
The system, like, does it only work with Gyökeres? They're carrying him to like the league.
No. So with Gyökeres, I think the striker profile doesn't really matter in his system. I think he needs a runner a bit, but I think at the end of the day, even Sesko today didn't look bad until we took him off because of the card. But you just
I'm worried about Sesko, man. He doesn't look like he knows where to stand or something.
I don't think I'm worried about him. I'm worried about our team getting him the ball. Because
he had like no touches in the first half.
Today, Dorgu could have just, I'm talking like easy header, tapping. He's sitting right there, perfect position. He sends it to Bruno over his head.
I think this game doesn't teach us anything about Man United.
I disagree fully. I think it
What
teaches
does it
us.
teach us? Tell me, what did you learn today?
What did I learn? One thing I learned is we didn't, for the first time in a while, we did not fold when it looked like we were going to. Like that moment where Chelsea started putting pressure on, that's important. That is important. Listen, because in the past, when you started seeing that pressure happening, everybody was saying it. United's going to concede. It's over. There's going to be a mistake. Someone's going to do something stupid. The keeper's going to mess up. Bayern in those moments.
But Chelsea folded after 5 minutes like that.
No, Chelsea, but I'm saying for us, typically in this world, Martin, we know that United, it's not hard to see after that goal goes in what happens. Our heads drop, and then all of a sudden you get a Bayern, put the ball in the net, and you're like, typical United.
True. So you didn't fold. What else did you learn from today's game?
What else did I learn from today's game? That Bruno's that dude, regardless.
That's not something you learned from today's game, Cam. You're so full of shit.
Hold on, I'm not done. Mazraoui needs to
learn from today's game, and he's
we need Mazraoui to play. No,
you
we need
thought he was
Mazraoui.
that guy before a ball was kicked.
No, we need Mazraoui.
By the way, you know what I learned from the Merseyside derby today? Mo Salah's that guy. He got an assist today. Oh, he's
fair enough. We need Mazraoui to play the right wing position more. Right wing back position more. We do need him to come in and play that position more. That's something else I learned. He looked really good there. Ahmad realistically, and somebody just said in the chat, Ahmad did the same shit with Sesko. He's exactly right. He missed Sesko on an easy cutback. Another thing I learned is we still just don't know how to get our striker the ball. I learned that. It's not a good thing.
You go away to Brentford next week, by the way. Mr. What have
I
you
think
learned?
we get 6 points over the next two matches. I'll say that with chest. I think we get the 6 points. We beat Brentford.
And then Brentford, do you think you can beat both?
We beat both of them. 6 points. No problem. I'm not worried about it.
There's no way you guys are winning 3 in a row.
We're getting 6 points. We're getting 6 points. I'm saying it. I'm with chess, and then we're playing Liverpool and we're getting a point.
Okay.
Yeah, you used up
But
all your
I respect that. But now we're gonna have to ask Critic the same thing. First of all, big up to Real Me. He says our reality is we have mid players who panic in critical moments, Chelsea fan by the way, and cost us games. We could have won if Maresca didn't shit his pants. That was the point I was trying to make to Critic, and he was like, how dare you suggest teams can win with 10 men? How dare you?
Is that what I said? Hold on. Is that what I said? Because I'm pretty sure I said that he should have a system where if he goes down to 10 men, we should be able to find a way to attack and still be in the match. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. Am I wrong? Was I not articulating myself correctly on that regard? Because I'm pretty sure that's what I meant. Verbatim.
You did articulate yourself.
Okay.
You get me?
Okay. All right.
So it's not just Sanchez's fault then.
I'm pretty sure that's what I said.
Yeah, but
I feel like you're only hearing what you want to hear, man. Like what you said,
you said the game changed just because Sanchez got sent off.
I said that was part of it. I said after 5
fair
minutes,
enough,
the game changed.
I stand correct.
Maybe I have to reiterate this and say it again.
Yeah,
After
he
5
made it
minutes,
clear.
The game
Fair
changed
enough.
after 5 minutes, but the game was not over at that point. I think that Maresca
Fair enough. I stand correct.
overcorrected himself by putting on too many defenders and not using the width of the pitch to get attackers on it. But
okay, so I'm going to ask you a question instead. I'm not going to assume anything that you said. My bad. I probably misheard or misrepresented you there. No problem. I take it back. So TK is saying Maresca is not ready to face adversity. Here's the thing. I don't think you should be Maresca out or anything. I think there are already Chelsea fans who feel that way, though. You know how your fan base is, probably better than I do, Critic. Do you think now, given how you've started this season, the criticism overall or in general of the manager is correct? And how do you think you come back from this? Because your next 2 games are Brighton and the inevitable Liverpool Football Club. How see, by the way, prime example, you see how I just said you know your fan base? There you go. See? Blue is the color. Fuck Maresca. It's not me. It's not me. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I swear to God, Chelsea fans came in my chat today and were like Maresca out. I didn't even say nothing. It's them. How can you fix this? How can you get out of this slump?
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what's the first question. Like, what is?
How do you get out of this slump? What's the solution?
I think it's health, first of all, right? We got to get healthy. We can't be relying on squad players, even though we are at this point. And it's an unfortunate thing. You can't really be depending on injuries or calling injuries as excuses. But the fact is, we have a squad that, as much as we bought a lot, we haven't really bought a lot of quality. We bought a lot of meandering pieces here, so we don't have the ability. Sorry, my kids is wilding over there. So if you guys hear that, but, yeah, we need to be healthy. That's the first thing that we need, right? And as far as Maresca goes, he has a lot to learn too. He's a young manager. He has to figure out, how to rotate the squad effectively so that we can avoid some of these injuries. Going forward, it's going to be a slow climb back to where we need to be. There's some matches that are going to be tricky. I think that the Brighton game is going to provide us with some challenges, and then we go in the midweek and we play. I think it's Benfica, and then we're at home to play you guys.
Benfica, right?
Yeah, Mourinho's at Benfica.
Oh,
so then we go home and play you guys. It's going to be box office. You know what it is already. You already know what it is. He's coming back. I think it's at the Bridge too, so you know what that's going to be already.
So what do you think is going to happen?
With
Benfica? It's
Benfica?
going to be box office, but what's actually going to happen?
Oh, we're going to win, obviously. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. But I think really what we need to do is just find a solidified 11 and play them. I would love to see Fofana get into that back. And that's the other thing that killed me today, man, because it was the first time we were going to see in a long time Fofana play in the middle of three. And I wanted to see that. I know he's not the greatest passer, but he's the guy that is the most combative and fleet of foot as far as our defenders go. And I want him to be the marshal back there. And unfortunately, that got ruined as soon as we got that red card. So hopefully he gets another opportunity to show himself in that position. And if he can be that stabilizing force in that back three, playing out with a back three, then we might be in a better stead. But right now, having Tosin being the solo, central center back, just not good enough, man. Not good enough. I think the last 3 games that he started.
Do you think this is a reflection of your transfer window?
Yeah, but again, we spoke on the transfer window. The transfer window is basically a result of the fact that we couldn't buy how we wanted to buy. We had to sell to buy, and if we're selling, we have to sell at a profit, and make sure that we're throwing a net positive when we're buying. So yeah, the players that we brought in were not great.
Right? You have to buy in a rush. You have to get players in so that you had them for the tournament,
right.
And then that kind of played your hand for the later on. You weren't in for the big strikers or the big.
I mean,
They
if you notice
there, they had so many players that were waiting for them, and I just can't get over the amount of times I remember when you signed Tosin, everyone's like, "Oh, we got Tosin for free. He's so fast."
Not me. Not me.
It's just at what point is you've literally spent so much money and bought so many players. I keep hearing we got to get the right profile, the right players. It's you have Liverpool over there who bought literally no one and won the league. And I get it, they had a better base. But
the end result of this transfer window,
you basically said it all. You see how you got cut up when you in mid-zone.
I was thinking, you like that there. He's like that for everyone, right?
Hey, well, I'll be cut off in a sec with what I'm going to say, but you can't remain Cole Palmer FC after this transfer window, right?
What makes you think it's Cole Palmer FC?
Because he's the guy that breaks the deadlock. He's the guy that comes back when you need. He steps up and carries the team. I
mean, yes, you're gonna be relying on him to deliver you out of difficult situations. He's a fantastic player, world class. I think that we supported him with a Yao Pedro. We have midfielders like Enzo Fernandez. We have Caicedo. We have Reece James. Cucurella. We have
very good players, but I mean, in the attacking sense, something needs to click there where you're able to have a.
I mean, when I look at Neto, I don't think Neto is. I mean, he's more of a system player than he is an actual out and out scorer. He's a guy that he's a cog in the engine for me, right? And I think he's a good player. He works in the system really, really well. But you need some more end product from him. But I don't think that we can write off the likes of Estevao at this point. I don't think you can write off the likes of I don't want to say Gittins because I really didn't want to say Nah, and I didn't want either of those two
Can I give you my unpopular opinion? I was shocked he didn't bring Garnacho on today.
Well, we already talked about. I thought that he should have come on too. In
no one's gonna sit here and go Garnacho's this elite game-changing player, but at least he had something to prove today. He might have done something. You never know.
I agree. This is the one game where you feel he gets the confidence of coming onto the pitch at Old Trafford, down a man, down a goal. You know, you come on and you know that can galvanize your Chelsea career. You know, I mean, a goal like that could galvanize your Chelsea career. But you know, he opted to bring on Tyreek George.
Is that, like, it feels like you guys you've never had a problem with attacking. It just always felt like you had a problem with putting the ball in the net, and it's been that way for like 5 years, 6 years, 7. I don't know. Like, I feel like you've got a lot of cogs in the machine, but there's not a lot of hammers at the end of the day to like smash the product. You know.
I mean, it's unfortunate that the lap got injured as well.
We don't know what happened.
Yeah, I think that he was somebody that we're relying on to score some goals, and it's not that he's going to be gone for the entire season. He'll be back probably by December. So we just got to weather the storm until he gets back, and then we'll be able to at least have a rotation of strikers up front. But as of right now, yeah, it looks peak, man. Like, I'm not even kidding. It looks peak. Like, if anything happens to João Pedro at this point in time, we're in trouble. Like, serious trouble. You know, like, you'll hear Donald bang on about like Guiu and
honestly,
like, he started.
No player no more than Liam Delap at Chelsea.
Say again.
Well,
You must have been saying something blasphemous.
Cam, you're lagging like crazy. Try to leave.
Must have been saying.
Yeah.
He must have been saying something bad about
VPN, mate.
It sounded like he was about to go off and slander my man Delap. So rightfully, he got punished for that. But yeah, no, like Liam Delap, the likes of João Pedro, and of course Cole Palmer. Those three guys should be providing us with the majority of the goals for us this season. Then you can get like 5 to 10 from Neto, a couple, Estevao, those types of things. You're hoping those guys can pitch in and provide something. Enzo Fernandez, crashing the box. That's where the goals are going to be coming from in the side. Is it enough to make us, title challengers, winners? I don't think so. I still think we need more in the wide areas, right? We need to have goals all over the pitch. And as of right now, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting much from the wide areas right now. So we'll have to
Well, we were talking about Pedro like he was going to be the guy, but I don't think he can be like showing up every game or every other game being the deciding factor. I think we saw he was pretty streaky at Brighton.
Not by himself. He's the type that needs help.
Well, of course, and that's exactly why.
Like I called him a Firmino region. He needs runners around him creating space. He needs he's not like a Mo or a Palmer or a Saka even. Like he's the type of player. The reason why I called him a Firmino region, and that shows that how highly I rate him. I think you need, and that's why, by the way, I said, why the hell don't you just sub off Palmer and that's it? If you kept Estevao and Pedro Neto next to him, they could have done something. You're good now, Cam.
I'm good now. Yeah.
I
let my computer get too low, and then I had a VPN on from work, all sorts of shit, and I was like, oh fuck. So it was just
all good. You're HD now.
I'm sorry. What I was really saying quickly is like, there's no player I want to fail more than Liam Delap out of any team.
Oh, okay.
Plain and simple. Nah,
so is this some straight up hate?
No, straight up. No, fuck that guy. Like, he had, like, listen, at the end of the day, I get it. Like, you had choices. You chose Chelsea because they were in Champions League football and all this. It's like, you came from fucking, I forget where you came from now. And it's like, you're Ipswich. And now you have this God-given, I only want to play Champions League football. If he came to United, you're the starting striker. That's it. You would have had, there's no competition for you. It's a great opportunity for you to get going, get goals. We needed a striker of his. He's a very similar striker to Gyökeres the way he plays. We needed that kind of striker. He was going to cost us a little bit of money, and he chose y'all because of Champions League football. And for me, when that happened, I was like, and it wasn't even. It's not like
he chose us.
No, but I'm so tired of these players going to Chelsea. Not just him, but a lot of players who choose to go to Chelsea without guaranteed minutes to be like, for what? Like, they're not gonna
that take is so poor. So you think that like these professionals want to just go somewhere, I'm gonna play like 3,000 minutes. They want to go and challenge themselves against the best. That's why he came to Chelsea.
He didn't have the best at the time. There was nobody to challenge.
What do you mean?
Pedro wasn't bought yet. He didn't know João Pedro was being bought, by the way.
All the same, they know our ambition is to always build. They know.
If you want to talk about a challenge, you want a challenge. You come to United, you bring us back to the top. That's a challenge.
Nah, you want to cut steel sharpen steel, not wood, man. Steel sharpen steel. You don't. Come on now, man. We're banging with Hoyland. With
Look what
Hoyland,
happened now. Look what happened. At the end of the day, look what happened. Because he went to Chelsea, they went and bought Pedro, and then he lost his spot anyway. So good for you,
you got to
buddy.
earn your spot, first of all. He didn't have that
But
spot.
don't
You have to
forget
earn
though,
that
Cam,
spot.
this is day 70 of
There we
1,236
go. Say it again. One
of
more time. What
world
is it?
champs.
Say it again.
Chelsea.
Say it again. Who are we? Who are
That
we?
world champ boy.
Can you say
World
that again?
champs.
This is
Oh,
karma
thank
for that.
you. What? Who are the world
Congratulations
champs?
on winning the Konami Cup. Big up to
Who-
Real
who-
Me who says Chelsea
I
have
just
the
want to hear it
dumbest
one more
fans.
time. Who are the world
Brother,
champions?
you're below fucking Spurs. Have some shame.
PSG.
Who are the world champions?
CWC champs,
It's
preseason
okay.
champs.
Okay.
Congratulations, you beat Al Hilal and Fluminense.
Thank
Big up
you.
Real Me says Chelsea have the dumbest fans after Arsenal. Maresca in is what Real Me is saying. Hey, definitely, I don't think anyone should be Maresca out yet. You get me? It's too early for that, in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
That's a worrying
You get me?
sign today. That's the first time I've seen him do something really.
Yes. Here's the problem, though, Martin. Before the season started, we all looked at Chelsea starting fixtures. We said after the first 4 games, they might have 12 points. They didn't get 12 points. They got 8. Your next game is Brighton, which ain't easy as we watched today. And then after that, you host the champs. So
Can't
it's
wait
a
for that
problem.
one
And
still.
to keep it a buck, everyone's
Yeah,
I know, because he
crashing out
told
on
me
United.
that way.
I can't wait.
I know that Mr. Critic, if Liverpool lose to Chelsea, he is going to be so unbearable. I just know it already.
I mean,
I
they
just
all will.
fucking know it already. And you know what? You have every right to be that way.
Mhm.
Now,
No, of
speaking of
course.
Liverpool, perfect segue. Let's move on. Talk about the Premier League champions. You got
Scumbag in another one, eh?
Talk to me
15
now.
points. 15 points out of 15. You get me again today. Big up to all of you guys. Big up to Real Me and to the other guy that sent the super chat. Sorry, I forgot your name. Apologies. Big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Let's try to get to 300 likes ASAP. Close the live chat and like the video. So, guys, another day where Liverpool win another game. This is unsustainable. We scored the winner in the 29th minute. Oh, everyone knows my thoughts, so I'll let you guys first talk
So,
on the
I'm going to
Liverpool
say
game. something
something from the guise of, again, sense of somebody who's been there and understands that this is what champions do. I still think it's a good. I really hope Arsenal can figure it out. I really do. But what Liverpool did in the summer, and everybody wants to crash out on like the signings not showing up, whatever. They went and just got stronger and stronger. They already knew they had a championship side, and they went and got guys like Ekatike. They went and got, Frimpong, who I know is hurt. Isak, like they raised their floor so high that when people are saying, "Oh, they can't keep winning in the last minute," well, guess what? I can't talk shit because I watched it happen. That's how United used it. That's how champions. No champion is going to go through a season and it just be a cakewalk the entire season, unless the rest of the league is trash, which kind of happened last year a little bit. I'm not going to lie. It was kind of a cakewalk for Liverpool. A little bit. It was. If we're going to keep it 1,000, it was a bit of a cakewalk. But typically,
we drew away to Aston Villa, and we were 2 points behind Arsenal.
No, I know.
Arsenal proceeded to lose at home to West Ham.
I'm blaming
That's not
them.
on me.
No, I'm blaming them. I'm saying basically, typically, to win a league, you're going to have a bunch of these games where you win in the last that you do. You just do. Like United did it for years. So it's like I can't talk shit when it happened because then I would be discrediting my own team who used to win the exact same way. And that to me, when I saw Liverpool start doing that, I'm like, oh, okay, it might be a wrap, because if they're doing it this early in the season, that's a problem, because they needed to drop some points. And I still hope that United play a bit of spoiler when we face you guys and give you at least like a bit, like a drop points, 2 points here. I don't think we're gonna win, but get a draw. Give Arsenal some fucking. I don't think people talking about City. I don't think it's gonna. I think Arsenal's the only chance of beating the Liverpool team this year, because realistically, I won't pretend like I can't talk about the game, because I'm never waking up at 7 a.m. to watch Liverpool play. I'm just not doing it. I watch other games, but 7 a.m. no chance. I'd rather sleep. I'd rather die literally than do that. So no, I'm kidding. I wouldn't rather die than watch Liverpool play. But you know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
I don't want to put that in the universe. But the truth is, to give you the flowers, it's like Liverpool do look like the best team in the league once again, and it's hard to bet against them. They have They kept their spine. People talking about, oh, Salah's falling off. No, Salah just has better players around him now, and it's like I don't have to do as much. That's literally what it looks like on the pitch. He has been frustrated. There has been a few games, and I know you've seen it, Sam, a few times where they're not used to playing with him, so they don't get him the ball when he's like, or when he expects him to be somewhere. They're not, like I've seen a few times like Ekitike. I saw it a few times, not with Gakpo so much, but mainly with Ekitike, where he was getting really frustrated earlier in the season, being like, bro, like I need you here. You need to be. So there's a bit of frustrations there, but Slot's a top manager. And y'all just keep winning. Like I didn't expect you to lose today. I'd hope you draw because it's the Merseyside derby and anything can happen. But I didn't expect you to lose today. And it's honestly all on Arsenal. Like for me, it's all like Chelsea. Like when we talk about strength of schedule quickly before we talk about strength of schedule. Real talk. Chelsea should have been at least there and thereabouts. They're not. Arsenal's schedule is extremely difficult to start. Like, let's keep that 1,000. They have a pretty hard schedule, I think. And I do think you got outplayed in the first game. But I think from there, I think that game was an eye opener. I think you were like, oh shit, we gotta figure it out.
No. You guys it was the first game of the season. It's not that big a deal.
But that's what I mean. But you didn't play great, so you didn't look good. And now Arsenal's finally clicking. So I think they're the only hope for me.
I think we need to be careful about.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No. You haven't been saying that for a minute. So.
Well, I'm just gonna say quickly, like you could say all that, but also this is like the first time they haven't thrown away a 2-goal lead in like their last 4 games or something like that since the Community Shield with Palace. They did it a bunch of times. So I think that. Yes, they're showing progress, but they haven't really seen any hardship yet. If they get injuries and stuff like that, maybe they'll fall off a little bit. People are going a little bit crazy with like the league's over and all that kind of stuff. We still haven't like given up points to City yet. So until that happens, then I won't be hearing too many like downer stuff.
Yeah, and I think that we have to be careful about like the narrative that we're trying to put out here. Like after game week 5, like. We have to, there's a long season to go. Until I see somebody wobble and then recover, I'm not really trying to study. I'm not really trying to study the table. I need to see somebody wobble and see how they come out of that before I start to talk about, oh yeah, look at what they've done here. They're going to be unbeaten like I don't have those talks now. I'm talking November into December before I even start thinking about what the table looks like, to be honest. And aside from that, like, but Hussam though, like, Can you speak on Florian Wirtz? Like, what's going on with Florian Wirtz, man?
Why do I need to speak about Florian Wirtz?
I don't know. I'm just wondering what is this?
You won 5 games.
Is this a player you expected for 100 and some odd billion?
But you already know the answer to that question.
No,
did you expect for 100 million?
I haven't heard you speak on him yet. Like, what's going on with Florian Wirtz?
Oh, see, this is the problem though. You can't have this conversation. I hate okay, sorry. So this is.
No, I need to hear it from you. Cam, don't ruin my moment, man. Do not ruin my moment. I'm having a tough
Big up
week,
my red brother. No, go
right?
ahead, Cam. Why can't he have this conversation? Tell the word.
Oh,
because he's been so bad, they still won 5 games.
I need to eat when I can eat, son. I need to eat when I can eat.
Cam, let me ask you a question. If he's been bad and we won 5 games, what happens when he comes good?
Oh, so he's been bad. Okay,
he's been terrible.
So okay, it's good to know.
Yeah, but can you
I
answer
need to hear that.
question? What happens when he comes good then?
Maybe he'll never come good. You don't know, right? Like if Wirtz was doing
That's great. Maybe he might not come good.
Like,
but if he doesn't come good, then Isak will come good and Kerkez will come
maybe.
good. And
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, it's all
so
about
you're telling me
chemistry,
if
right?
Wirtz doesn't come good, I've got to use the same midfield that won the league last year.
Yeah,
no, I think Couch was on the same stream as me last time where we were both said there's only one ball and like, not everyone can score like, worldies at the same time, right? So like you've got Salah. He's kind of a big thing. He's like a big black hole over there that sucks everything over towards him. Like everyone else is going to have to learn to play in that environment while Salah's there at least. And I don't think they're going to shine maybe until he like lets them get some of the spotlight. We'll see.
Wow, King Hoddle, man. Wow, that's rough, man.
I think it'll be interesting.
Worse.
The next few games for Liverpool, because Liverpool, your schedule. Let me look it up. Your schedule is pretty tough coming up. No. Hold on.
I mean, depending on what you consider tough, like
Tough for us or tough for the opposition?
No, hold on. So you've got. If we're going to consider tough, where are we at? So you got Crystal Palace next. It looks like, yeah.
Who have they got in the Champions League too?
So you got Crystal Palace, Galatasaray. So that doesn't matter. So Crystal Palace, like strong defensively, good coach. That's not an easy game. Like they finished top 8.
True, yeah, not an
easy game. They should be in Europa. They got robbed. They should be a Europa League side. So that's a tough match. Are you going to say Chelsea's not a tough match? Like,
over
No,
to you.
Chelsea
he's not
away is
gonna
a
do
tough
that.
game.
Chelsea's tough
100%.
match. I'm gonna say it with chest.
All I have to
United-
do is just get Sanchez sent off, and then Maresca will make 3 subs.
I'm gonna say it with chest. United Liverpool is never an easy match for Liverpool. Doesn't matter how bad we are.
It's
doesn't
not
matter
an easy
what
game.
score it
Yeah.
is. We have literally knocked you out of multiple tournaments. Like in our worst, we've knocked you out of cup tournaments. We have been
It's not an easy game, but at Anfield, I back us
at
always.
Anfield, I bet, but it's just not an easy match. At the end of the day, if there's one game that we show up for, it's that game.
We're
So-
still young enough to remember 7-0. Like that wasn't that long
Bruh,
ago.
I don't even wanna hear- that guy's gone.
I was gonna interject, but I wanted
No,
to
but
leave
it's
it,
never
man. Like, I was
that's
like,
sure. But that was the reason. So that was every
The
manager.
more they talk, the more they're propping my club. That's
No,
the
but
funny part.
I'm not talking about the. I'm trying to actually say like this next few games. Then you've got Frankfurt. Cool, doesn't really matter. Brentford, and hopefully by the first, Villa's figured it out. Then they've got City. Like that's actually, I think, after the City match, if these motherfuckers have not dropped multiple points, the league's done. And I don't care. I could like the problem when people say it's a long season. You are right, but the season can be lost early or can be won early.
no, I don't know
That is a
about
fact.
that.
That
I
is
don't
a
know about
fact.
that. It depends on the other matches though too. Like if I
Can't
mean,
be won early.
God forbid, Tottenham go on a run or like Spurs go on a run or City go on a run as well. Like it's just hard to say this early, man.
I hear what you're saying, but the hard games that they should be dropping points in. So unless you're sitting here, and I'm being objective, unless you're sitting here thinking that Liverpool is going to lose to the likes of West Ham and Leeds and
happen.
Sunderland
it
and
can happen.
Wolves and Tottenham.
It can,
Husam, you tell me how many
Premier League.
games
Anyone can
did
beat
you
anyone
drop
on
against
their day.
four sides last year?
I'll be honest with you. Out of like all these next games that you just mentioned, I'm going to be completely honest and objective, right? We got Palace away. Forget the other comps. We're talking Prem. We got Palace away, Chelsea away, United at home, Brentford away, Villa at home. Those next 5 games, I'm expecting another 15 points. I think
okay.
I
Okay.
am. Then
Okay,
after
chess.
that, we go to the Etihad. That there are 2 teams that I worry about this season, and that's City and Arsenal, with all due respect, and Everton away and United away. Those are the games that I worry about, basically, where I'm like, shit, like this is a tough game for us. Okay, these are the games. Everton away because that game for them is like their World Cup final. Like it's just suddenly. By the way, this is something that even non-Liverpool fans notice. When Liverpool play away at Everton turned into fucking Brazil 2002 for no reason whatsoever. Even today, have any of you ever seen Idris Gana Gueye in his whole life score a goal like this? This guy is known for tackling, and all of a sudden he just fucking scores a bagger like this, top corner as well. And other than that, like I don't see any other fixture stuff. I think we'll beat Brentford. I think we'll beat like Palace, etc. Like Gay, he probably put in a nice little own goal for us. Perfect.
I don't
Isn't
think
he
you
going to
get,
Man, you're speaking with some chest right now, though,
I don't
B.
think
You're
you get
speaking
15
with some chest, though, man.
if you get 15 points.
I get it. I get it.
Play-
I can see the confidence. You're brimming with confidence right now, but you know, it just takes one little wobble before your whole castle starts tumbling down on you. But we'll wait for that before I start announcing it, because I'm
the thing with
really
Premier
looking
League is
forward.
that, like-
I am really looking forward to that Chelsea or Liverpool game. Really looking forward to that.
The thing with the Premier League is anyone can beat anyone. Like this is why everyone hates playing Brighton, because you never know what you're going to get out of them. It's like just roll a dice, and maybe they'll just be playing like Barcelona that day, and you'll just get pumped. So things will happen, but I think you need to expect that you're winning every game. When you're trying to win the Premier League, it's not surprising that Assam would say 5 out of 5. I've got to pretty much say 5 out of whatever my next 5 games are. I've got no idea who they are. So
Yeah, same.
we have to win every game. Like it's just the territory you're in now when you're at the top. Well, close to the top.
I think the fact that Liverpool lost 4 games last year and raised their floor very high. Obviously, Arsenal only lost 4 games last year too. I struggle to see, and I understand. I hear you guys. Long season can beat anybody. If Liverpool didn't buy like they did, I wouldn't be talking the same. I'll say that full on. If they didn't go out and strengthen, I'd probably be like, all right, there will be that wobble. But when you have Slot saying, I have 21 of 21 players to choose from, it is deflating, right? Because Arsenal's already lost Saka. Arsenal's already lost Odegaard. Like, let's just like I'm being objective based on how the league looks right now. You've already lost multiple great players on Arsenal. City's lost a couple. Chelsea, sure, but for me, I don't really consider them in the title race. It's the other.
Can't stand Chelsea. I can tell by the way he speaks.
It's just I can't. And then it's like with Liverpool, they're fit. They're winning games last minute. Let me
paint you a picture, Cam. It's AFCON. Isak has just pulled his hamstring. He's out for like 12 weeks, maybe. It's like a grade 3 type deal. Ekatike's pissed off because he hasn't got off the bench in the last 10 games. And now he's like trying to move out of the club. He wants to trade in January. You know, Wirtz has like twisted his ankle. There's a few things that can happen. Like you imagine a scenario where they're not that firing up front, and maybe there's
who's writing the script? Martin?
You have to squint real hard to see it.
No, I think the script is if you lose one of your center backs, I think that's a big one. Someone actually said if you sign Gahey, I agree, and I like that is a fair point. If Virgil goes down, that's when the house can fall. If Virgil goes down, if Allison goes down for a period of time, that's when the house can fall.
So basically, all you guys' hope is built on us getting an injury. Is that?
I mean, that's how it works, though. That is part of the game, right? Injuries. We always say injuries are part of the game, and it is what it is. Like it's a very important part of the game that you got to discuss. And if you guys stay healthy the whole season, then yeah, who beat you? It's tough. You do need injuries. I do think that's important, and that is part of the game. It's going to happen. Like every team's already lost players, dude. Like it's not even like I'm saying something crazy. Every team's already like Arsenal's already lost their best player. Like that's kind of crazy. Like like it was 3 games in and they lost their best player. That there's no way.
It's just too early to make any sort of like definitive this if they it's just too early for me. I don't even really. I'm still rubbing my eyes from waking up, man. You know what I mean? Like when you look at the season,
I like to get the pain out of the way early. If I feel this way now,
I mean, you've been going through this pain for years now. I can understand that, but like for me, I'm looking at it like I don't even like start stretching in the morning, until like November, like at least November, December, man. Like we're talking September. You guys are like, oh yeah, they look so phenomenal. Look at this guy. Like, I don't study teams like that right now because I know that once the wobble starts, once you get a wobble, then we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens after you wobble.
Here's the crazy part, Critic. Right? I think this is our wobble.
Okay.
Because we played
so you're going 38-0 then. So you're going 38-0. You putting that on record now?
No.
Even the wobble.
Even the Warriors lost games, bro. We're gonna lose.
So what's your record at the end of the season?
111.
Probably, I'd say 30 to 31 wins.
How many draws?
Yeah, being very objective, we'll definitely lose games.
That's a lot. 30 wins, 90, 93.
This guy does not respect the league. That's what I'm hearing right now. This guy does not respect the Premier League.
No, I'm the wrong.
You definitely don't. You definitely don't.
Claim I don't respect the league. I 100% respect the league. Cam will tell you. I went on the football terrace and I said, "This is the best league we've seen in a while." You can ask him.
So if you can say that and then say you're going to win 31, 32 games, like that shows. Anyway, I'm not gonna. You can gas it. I'm not mad at it, man. Like you guys.
I'm not gassing it, but I just rate my.
I hope for the worst. I'm going to say this right now. I'm saying all of this, and I'll be back on the show, and if there's a wobble, I'll come on here fucking smiling. I'll be grinning. I'll be like, I'll be so happy.
I'm really happy to hear this from Hussam because last season it was like we're a leopard in a tree. We're not here. You can't see me. I'm like an assassin. I'm not in this title race, but maybe I'll win it. Now he's saying it's over in game week 5. So
man's talking about 100-point seasons, man.
I'll tell you something honestly. If City were good, I'd be worried because that bald bastard always you can never count him out. You see that bald fraud Pep? You can never ever disrespect Pep. But because City look like ass right now, I can't really be afraid of them. And Arsenal, Arsenal gonna Arsenal it up at some point in time. So
you're saying we need to manufacture some new charges against Man City so they get that whole fighting the baby shark thing again. Get them excited.
Maybe
someone to take points on Liverpool.
I'm good, man. I got Liverpool down for 100 points this season. I'll be watching for that 100 points.
I never said 100 points. I said 30 wins. Quick math. So that's 90 points.
Yeah, but
no, you said 32 wins. So that's 96 points. So
I said 30 to 31 wins. That's what I said.
Okay,
7 draws.
So 90. How many points then?
Imagine we go invincible. I'll be so unbearable.
Okay,
but no, I don't think we're going invincible.
Yeah, I won't come on if that happens.
You'll never see me again if you guys go.
Yeah, nah.
He's gonna quit YouTube, eh?
You're safe. Very hard to do.
I said it in a Canadian way as well. I said you're gonna quit YouTube, eh? See, I'm learning the Toronto. It's
relax.
At least I'm still here for one more game. I needed
Well-
Amarim to win today because I want him at Anfield.
Anyway, fellas, I gotta run. My kids come beckoning, so you know
Big
how
up,
it is.
Chris.
But
Big up.
good shouts. We'll talk again soon.
Take it easy.
100
Big up.
points.
Subscribe to this channel. It's in the
Apologies, your
description.
season's over. Let's go.
We've won 5 in a row. How is
Fuck
31 wins waffling?
No, not at all. It's not waffling.
It's a. I mean, it's just a lofty. It's to say you're going to win like 5-6 more games than last year. I understand you were on the beach and you were chilling after you'd won the league because again, I thought the league was a bit weak last year. I just don't think. I think as you've said yourself, like this is a strong league this year. I do think it's a stronger league. Like Tottenham got better. Like Arsenal, and this is me being objective again. I think Arsenal had a really really strong window. The fact that they've dropped a game already, like not great, but it's early. And I do think if they can figure out how to and this is on Arteta at the end of the day, just not be punks, man. Just act like front runners. Like play like you are one of the best teams. Don't
Play
be
like you're the better team when you're not the better team.
huh?
We just have to blindly believe that we're better than the people that won the Premier League.
Not Liverpool. Everybody else is what I'm saying. Like
That's
you should be going into every game with chest. The team should look like they're gonna stomp like that's what they should look like because you went out and bought your best goal scorer. You've got a wicked DM in Zuba. Like you have a very good team.
I haven't even seen some of my players yet. I haven't
awesome.
seen Nkapia yet. I don't know what he's gonna do. I'm excited.
Bro, Madueke looks awesome. like, you know what I'm saying? Like you look good. Just that's got to be the case every. I think the problem with Arsenal is they always look scared at when it got to it. You could tell there was shakiness there. Now it's
the problem with Arsenal is Liverpool, and the problem before Liverpool was Man City. Otherwise, I'd have like 3 Premier Leagues.
bro. But you were ahead in those races, so this comes down to you.
We were never really anywhere. Like we weren't supposed to be anywhere near there with the people
You
that we
were,
had. Right?
but
I don't know, but you can lose from like the way the Premier League works. I don't know if you know this, but like everyone gets random schedules on who they play, and maybe like your last 10 games are the hardest games, and that's just the way
I
it is.
know
So that happened.
You
to
know,
us.
Benitez called that out 15 years ago. He said it should be like in Spain, fixtures and then the same exact order, reverse fixtures.
Reverses.
Okay, so what was your first game of the season?
Man United. So he wanted the home and away to mirror.
Yeah. So basically, when January starts and you go to the other 18 games, your first fixture would be United at home. That's how they do it in La Liga. So it's just basically the same exact thing, but just like home, away, home, away, home.
I don't know if I like that, but I get the thought process around it. I think the randomness makes sense because at the end of the day, you've got to play every team 36
But
times.
here, I want to ask you a question. Stop. Do you believe it's random?
Every team twice. Sorry.
Do you believe it's random? Be honest. Do you believe it's random? Do you genuinely believe the Premier League that they make it randomly?
I believe
No.
No. I believe they do a randomizer at first, and then they go, okay, we need to put this game here around this time because
So it's not random.
We do
They
this.
keep pressing the random button until they get the thing that they want.
So randomly on the same week, we got City, Spurs, and Liverpool, Arsenal randomly.
Man United, Arsenal opener. I mean, we always
City,
get like some
Brighton,
cracking
Liverpool,
games.
Arsenal randomly. Liverpool, Newcastle on a Monday night randomly. Second game after the Isak saga.
After
Very
Isak.
random.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want to
that's
know what
just
else is
because-
random? The UEFA Champions League draw. Randomly, Liverpool got Madrid at home after the Trent saga. Randomly.
Yeah, no, we all know you. Like, come on, that's that one. You
Yeah,
see
so
how
if you think UEFA's rigged, I think the Prem is rigged too. I think they're bullshitting. I don't think nothing is random. I think they're completely bullshitting. I'll be honest with
There's too much money in this game to leave things completely up to chance.
you. 100%.
So-
You
No,
think
with
they're going to
broadcasting,
get in the
you
book,
can't.
click a computer button and go like, oh yeah, let's go, guys. Premier League fixtures. I don't believe that at all, bro.
No, I don't think you're gonna see, and maybe I'm wrong. I got to look at the schedules again. I don't think you'll see a lot of the big teams playing in that 7 a.m. I'm using EST obviously that 7 a.m. time frame because it stops a whole part of the world from potentially wanting to watch it, and that's the part of the world they really need. So I think you see most of our games like 11:30, 12:30 before
Exactly.
NFL football, like 11:30, like. Tomorrow is 11:30 for Arsenal City. Last week it was 12. I think they do it so it also makes sense for people to watch it going into the NFL.
So you
And
don't,
as an example,
Yeah.
one of the Premier League officials was asked last season, why do Liverpool get a lot of the 12:30 kickoffs? It's because Liverpool is the most supported club in East Asia. You're telling me this is fucking random? Random my ass.
yeah.
Have you ever seen Spurs on a 12:30 kickoff in your life? I don't even
No.
remember the last time Spurs. Because guess what? Because no one in Malaysia want to watch fucking Spurs, but everyone want to watch Liverpool. So guess
This is
what?
going to sound really
Well-
conspiracy theory of me, but like, you know, the Game of Thrones people that ruined the last season, I reckon they just got like script writers to sit around the start of the season. They're like, this is what we're going to have happen, and try and like plan out the Premier League into like what kind of stories that they want to see.
The
and how can they
fixtures
improve
came
the
out
product.
like I think a month before the Premier League started. They knew about the Isak saga.
I think,
Oh yeah, I'm sure Monday night, St. James's Park, second game week, completely random.
not script writer as much, but I do believe you're right. I think they look at how storylines will matter, and where like I think there's a whole group of people who go based on how the league looks and points, what game will cause the most tension at a certain time. I do think that's a real
Do you
thing.
guys remember 2 seasons ago when we were going with City for the second time? Our last 10 games pretty much had all of Arsenal's biggest rivals lined up as like away trips or something. I just lost count of the games where it was like Spurs, Chelsea, Arsenal, United. Everyone's like, we're going to end your title race. It was like the gauntlet of doom for the end of that season. It's crazy.
Okay, guys, on that note, let me just wrap up the stream. This was very much a lot of fun. You get me?
Just
Big up to all
waffle.
of you guys locked in. Thank you guys so much for joining us on another stream. Big up to Cam. Big up to Jay as well, who was here earlier. Big up to Martin. And big up to Critic.
Big
all
up
the
to
links-
Onana as well for getting an assist. He looks like a much better player now.
Bro, no, I'm loving. Honestly, though, I'm like all these. So here's the thing: like all the guys who didn't have,
You just got them triggered. We were out
No,
here. You just
no,
got them
Sorry.
triggered.
all the guys who didn't have the ability and the mentality to play for United that are showing out, that are going to get us more money because they're showing other teams to buy them. I'm okay with it. Like I'm not even like, oh my god, it's not. Because the fact is, we gave him a shot here. We saw what happened. He didn't have the bottle. He doesn't have.
He
the,
was just the only player that I thought would not improve when he left Manchester United. But
cool. No, it's mentality, man. That's the thing. This game is a big mentality game, and when you step into fucking the pressure cooker that is United, look at Mbuemo. He doesn't look out of place. That dude looks like he's like, bet, I got you. Cunha, they don't look out of place. Like we finally are buying players that have balls. These other guys shrunk. And that is a huge problem. Like you, and I'm sure you see it with Liverpool. I'm sure you see it with Arsenal. You can tell within like 10 games if a guy has the fucking bottle to play for your club. And luckily, all the players that we've loaned out are going to get us some money, and we'll be okay. I'm celebrating them doing
you
well.
wish Onana the best. End of story.
The absolute best. Kill it
Great.
over there.
Great.
Good night.
I agree. Anyway, guys, we're going to redirect you over to Sarcasm City TV. Go tell him Hussam right over there in his chat. Love every single one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us on yet another stream. And I'm going to be back for Arsenal City, inshallah. Please don't expect me to do Newcastle Bournemouth. You can all hold that. Peace out.
Come on, you guys.